When I was preparing for my double mastectomy, every conversation focused on surgery. The day of, the first 3 weeks after. What I didn't have was someone to walk me through what the next year would actually look and feel like. And here's the part that still surprises me. I was an oncology nurse for more than 25 years. I had walked so many women through surgeries. I thought I knew what to expect, but I didn't. Not really. Because knowing something clinically and living it are two very different things. So today I'm going to walk you through the first year after mastectomy. What's normal, what genuinely surprised me, and when to call your care team. Because when you know what's coming, you can stop bracing for the unknown and start actually healing. Welcome back to Becoming Beautifully Built. I'm Wendy, breast cancer survivor, 6 years out from my own double mastectomy with implant reconstruction and an oncology nurse of 25 plus years. The first year was lonelier than I really ever expected. There's so much healing happening both physically and emotionally. And so often you're afraid to ask the questions that are running through your mind. You think, this must be how I'm supposed to feel. And you don't want to frighten your family. In my case, my husband, my high school aged kids, my mom, my friends. So you carry a lot of it quietly, telling everyone, I'm okay. Really, I'm okay. That's exactly why Becoming Beautifully Built exists. Before we start, one truth I need you to hold on to. No two women walk this road the same way. Your surgery, your reconstruction, your body, your heart, your journey, it's yours. Take everything I share today as a map, not as a measuring stick. If your timeline looks different, you're not behind, you're on your path. So let's walk through that first year together in 4 stages. Stage 1, the first 6 weeks. The first 6 weeks are about protecting your healing. You'll likely go home with surgical drains, usually for 1 to 3 weeks. I know they're awkward. I counted down the days too. They will come out. Make sure you understand how to strip the drains to keep them from clogging. You will initially have bandages covering your incisions. I know how hard it is when the bandages come off. I would get out of the shower without looking in the mirror for a long time. You'll have movement restrictions and driving restrictions, typically no lifting your arms above shoulder height and nothing heavier than a gallon of milk. That's not your team being overly cautious, it's protecting your incisions, and if you're reconstructing, protecting that early work. I was not prepared for the back pain. I learned later it was from hunching over and guarding my chest. I wish I had a better understanding of how to move my body during those early days. I kept my upper body stiff because I was afraid I'd hurt my incisions and expanders. The area around my incisions was numb, so I didn't feel much incisional pain, just tightness, especially when taking a deep breath, sitting up, or getting out of bed. It can feel like a band wrapped around your chest. It's common, and it softens with time. A moderate compression bra during these early days really helps with the tightness and reduces the swelling. Talk to your surgeon about the amount of compression you need for each phase of your healing and when you can stop wearing a compression bra altogether. You may need some compression again after your implant exchange if you are having reconstruction. And the fatigue, deep, heavy fatigue. Your body is doing enormous repair work behind the scenes. Rest is not failing behind. It's not failing and it's not falling behind. Rest is the work. Resting in a lounge chair where you can control how high you're sitting was incredibly helpful for me. Call your team if you notice increasing redness, warmth, fever, sudden swelling, or drainage that changes color and consistency. Don't wait and wonder. And please hear me on this. No question is too small. I spent years answering those calls. Not once did a patient ever make me feel that they were bothering me. You must be your own advocate. Stage 2, months 2 and 3. This is when life starts opening back up, and it's also when the loneliness found me. Physically, you'll likely be cleared for more movement. Many women start gentle stretching or physical therapy now, and if PT hasn't been offered, ask. Regaining range of motion is so much easier with guidance. Some women develop something called cording. I did. And I had no idea what it was. It's a tight string-like feeling from your armpit down your arm. It can be alarming and it's painful, but it's very treatable, especially with physical therapy. Mention it at your next visit. This was when I discovered that there are breast cancer physical therapists. They made my recovery so much better with stretching and massage and truly taught me how to move my body again. Here's what caught me off guard. Around this time, the appointments slow down. The check-in texts get quieter. Everyone around you believes you're done. You may be getting back to work at this time. And this is when I felt it most, that quiet, isolating loneliness from the outside. I was healing beautifully. On the inside, I was navigating a body that felt unfamiliar, carrying 100 questions I was somehow afraid to ask. Me, a nurse who had answered those exact questions for other women for decades. I want to name a feeling here because I know I'm not the only one. I kept telling myself, I should be grateful. The cancer hasn't spread. I was so lucky I got to keep my life. Who was I to grieve or struggle or feel anything but thankful? Could I even call myself a survivor? But friend, hear me. Gratitude and grief can live in the same heart. Being thankful your cancer didn't spread does not mean you forfeit the right to mourn what you lost. Both are true and both are allowed. If that's where you are, please find a counselor, a support group, a survivor community. Reaching for support isn't weakness. It's one of the strongest things I did. And again, why I started becoming beautifully built today. Stage 3, months 4 through 6. By now, you're likely back to most of your routine, but your body is still quietly changing. If you had implant reconstruction with expanders, this is often when your exchange surgery happens. Mine was a much easier recovery than the mastectomy itself. Most women are surprised by that. Your scars are maturing. They may actually look more red or raised around months 3 to 6 before they actually fade. That's normal scar healing, not a step backwards. Ask your team when you can start scar massage because it really can make a difference. And sensation. I wasn't prepared for this one. Numbness across my chest is expected, but as nerves try to regenerate, they may feel zings, itching where you can't reach, little electrical shocks. Strange, yes. Usually normal, also yes. It's often a sign of the nerves waking up. But now you should have found a comfortable, soft bra that can move and stretch with you through each phase of your reconstruction, including after your implant exchange, if that's the type that you choose. No underwires yet. It will still be a few months before you know your true cup and band size. It takes time for the swelling to decrease and the exchange and for the implants to settle and for you to get used to the new sensations as some of the nerves begin to regenerate. One other thing. I couldn't even think about sleep on my side or my stomach for at least a year. If you want to have a massage, there's actually a pillow designed so you can lay on your stomach. That was a new one for me. I also used a massager at home that my physical therapist recommended. The company name is Naipo, N-A-I-P-O. My whole family kept stealing it from me for themselves. Stage 4, months 7 through 12. The second half of the year is about settling in physically and emotionally. Your energy keeps returning, though many women, myself included, needed a full year to feel like themselves again, what your new normal feels like. If you're ongoing treatment like hormone therapy or radiation, that timeline can stretch. Your timeline is yours. This is also when many women consider finishing touches like revisions, nipple reconstruction, 3D tattooing. There's no deadline on these choices. You can decide next month or in 3 years. One thing I did ask my oncologist and plastic surgeon about was fat grafting to the area that indents when I move certain ways, because my implants are partially under the muscle. I was advised against it. The fat can actually cause nodules, and then it's hard to detect if a nodule is just fat or a recurrence of the cancer. I chose not to do the fat transfer. Something worth considering. And somewhere in this stretch, you'll catch your reflection and realize this is your body now. Some days that lands peacefully. Some days it doesn't. Both are allowed. Redefining beauty on your own terms isn't a single moment. It's a process, one that continues well past any calendar milestone. The truth about 1 year. If you're approaching the 1 year mark or already past it, I want you to hear this. Healing doesn't end at 12 months just because the calendar flips. Your scars will continue to soften and fade. Sensation can keep returning. I was still noticing changes well into my second and third year. And the emotional integration, that has its own timeline entirely. 12 months is a meaningful marker, but it's not a finish line. You are not supposed to feel fully healed by now. You are exactly where you are, and that's enough. If you're here because you're in the middle of this journey, maybe you're at week 3 or month 5 or somewhere past the year mark and still figuring it out, I'm glad you found your way here. You don't have to have it all figured out. I'm here to walk beside you through every question, every decision, every step of the road ahead. If this was helpful, please subscribe. I'll be here every week with honest conversations about everything that surrounds the mastectomy and reconstruction journey. And before you go, I created a guide called The Questions Nobody Told Me to Ask, because the best thing you can bring to your appointments isn't just courage, it's the right questions. The link is in the description below. I'll see you in the next video.